Hey there cubers, my name is Plus2 and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft from the Project Hydra server. This is episode 3 and today we are going to be all over the place probably. I don't know. I don't know why I do that if I don't know what I'm doing. Just look at all that riffraff out there trying to get in. They'll never defeat my force fields. Oh man, so I have done quite a lot of work on the base between episodes here. Super happy with the way that it's coming. Yeah, that's about all there is to say about that. So I've got the floor plan laid out here a little bit. These are representing the doors. They're not actually going to be that color. I was thinking it might be cool to kind of color code the rooms. That seems like a thing that would kind of make sense for colony city. I'm also going to color code the buildings as well. We will talk about that probably either later in this episode if I do actually build that other building I was going to build, but if not, we'll talk about that in a future episode. But for example, this I think is going to end up being like a storage area, and I was thinking about labeling this with like brown concrete. This being the bedroom. We'll probably end up with like orange concrete or something like that. I was thinking about having moving this portal over to one of these other rooms and having a nether room and making it purple and I don't know, yellow here or something for processing if this is going to be my super smelter. I don't know yet. Still in the early stages of planning on all that, but as you can see, I have been working a lot between episodes. I got the floor completely done. That's really cool. I like how that is looking there with all the lights and such. I got all the lights put on the dome itself, so that's all lit up. I got all the doors installed, so each of the force field doorways has a door on either side. Yeah, you stay out there. Yeah, really coming along really good. I've also been working on a lot of other things as well. There, you darn right. Okay, so I started planning the next building, and I don't think we're gonna get to the next building today. I'm not sure exactly, but I don't think so. One thing I was noticing though when I was doing that is we are going to need a lot of white concrete, and more specifically, we're gonna need a lot of white dye because we need white dye for the white concrete. Also, we are using a lot of gray concrete, which needs white dye, and light gray concrete, which needs more white dye. Oh, so lots of white dye needed for everything we got going on around here. And there's a couple ways that we could go about solving that. I first thought about doing something like a cactus farm and composting the cactus to get the bone meal from that. That could work. That'd be a really big farm, lots of work, and I think that actually still would be pretty slow coming in. So I'm not really too keen on going that route. And so what I actually did instead is I designed a skeleton farm. Now, I looked around this area for quite a while underground, and I could not find any nearby skeleton spawners. Yeah, I could not find any actual skeleton spawners, so that was a bummer, but I designed my own skeleton farm, which I actually like quite a lot. And we are going to build that. That's going to be the first thing that we're going to work on today. So I've been working on collecting a lot of resources here. And we have everything that we need to go and build this. So we're going to go and do that. And this is actually going to be in the nether. So let's hop over there. So my idea for this farm is pretty straightforward. I thought about just building a general mob farm somewhere in the overworld to get all sorts of resources like gunpowder and stuff like that. But then I decided that I would rather have it be more specific to what I want, so I am doing a skeleton farm over. We are in a Soul Sand Valley biome, which will spawn only skeletons and endermen. We'll get some ender pearls from this as well, but not very many. So it's a very simple design. It's just kind of stacked a bunch of times on top of itself. Basically, it's got a bunch of rows with tripwires for the skeletons to spawn on, and as soon as they spawn, they trigger some pistons. Those pistons will push them off, and they fall down and die. Very simple. It's just gonna take a little while to build, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll roll a time lapse of the build process for this. All right, and it looks like that is all set, and yeah, as you can see, it is working already. So just in the time that it took me to build that, we've gotten already a little over 3.5 stacks of bones. So when I did a test with this system, I built up the full system in a creative world in a similar spot, and I tested it for about 5 minutes to make sure that it was working, and I got a little over a stack of bones from just that 5 minutes. So I'm hoping that this farm ends up being quite good and does provide me with quite a lot of bones. And it looks like it is already doing really well here. So I just got to get a quick storage system down below. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. Probably just some hoppers, to be honest. And then this will be all set, all functioning, and I can do a test AFK session tonight. So yeah, that's going to be the plan for now. And anyways, I'm going to cut away here and we'll get moving on with the next project. Okay, so it is the next morning here, and I checked the recording from last night. I just had the replay mod going all night while I was in, and it looks like I was in for a good session. The recording was about recording was about 4.5 hours in total, including the building of the collection system at the bottom. So probably about 4 hours worth of recording time for that. So pretty good overall, I would say. Let's see how we did. Now, this isn't the best storage solution, obviously, just because it isn't going to consolidate everything down into one chest or anything. But let's have a look. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. I didn't realize I was going to get arrows, or I didn't think that I was going to get arrows too. But of course I will. Okay. All right. It's still going. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Wow. Oh. Wow. All right. Let's see if we can. This is more than a double chest. We've got more than an entire double chest full of stacks of bones. So what is that? That's almost 63 full stacks of bones in just one overnight AFK session for a little over 4 hours. That's awesome. Wow. Okay. All right. This farm is amazing. We are completely set on bones and arrows also. Oh my goodness. I'm really surprised by that. I was expecting maybe like a single chest full. But that is incredible. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm super happy about that. Wow. All right, so we are all set. I did notice, I'll have to do some fixing here. I did notice when I was watching the recording back just to make sure that things were working. I got every once in a while, I got a skeleton spawning on these, so I'll need to get some half slabs and put them over top of those to block that off. But other than that, whoo, that is super good. Okay, so that's all set there. So we will go ahead and move on to the next project now. Alright, well, it may not seem like it's been very long at all, but it's been quite a while since that last clip, and I've done a lot of improvements at the base that I'm going to show you here in just a second. First of which is this right here. This, if I stand right here, look at this, I can fly off in that direction. This torch kind of lining me right up towards the skeleton farm off in that direction. So that is an easy way to find it. I kept losing it, so I figured I'd do something like this, and it works out great. It's really not necessary because as I'm looking at it, I could just fly off diagonally that way. But either way, it makes it a little bit easier for me. And have another one that's pointing me straight back. And now going through the base where I've done a lot of work, guys. A lot of work. The base is it's getting pretty close to done, to like where I want it to be. So I've worked on the rooms. I've moved the portal over here into this, and I've worked on the rooms and everything. And I love it so much. I thought it would be nice to color code the room. So the purple room is for the Nether. I might end up putting like Nether resources in here too, like netherrack, nether brick. I don't know. Probably not. This room is probably just going to be for the Nether portal itself, and that's it. It just seems like an awful lot of room for just the Nether portal, but it's Minecraft. I have infinite amount of room. It's fine. Yellow here is kind of the color I'm using in my head to represent like a processing type thing. Like these are items that are being processed. So in here we have a couple of, I guess you could call them super smelters. I don't know what else to call them, but they're decent. I mean, they're just not very big. So I did a little bit of redstone out the back here. Basically, what I wanted to do. The coal doesn't get fed in automatically. That's something I'm just going to refill manually as it's needed. But let me show you what it does here. Oh, next room. I want this to be brown eventually. I just don't have any cocoa beans, so I can't do brown. But this is a storage room. And this is looking really, really good. I really, really like the way that this came out. I also have this right here. Down to the mines. Love it. And then orange for the bedroom. I don't really know if I'm going to do any decorating here or not. I probably should. But I'm pretty garbage at decorating, so it might actually look better if I don't. I don't know. I'll see if I can come up with something to put in there. For right now, it's just the bed. Here we go. Some sand. So basically the way that this is intended to work is... you put the items that you want to smelt in this chest here. They carry through these hoppers, and then once this hopper gets an item in it, it'll output a signal, unlocking all these bottom hoppers, allowing them to flow down into the furnaces and be smelted evenly. So it'll evenly split up the items between all of these furnaces here. Now, it does have a slight, I guess you could call it a flaw, in that the last group of items will get stuck here in these hoppers. So that's what I have this button for, where you can just press it to unlock all the hoppers, and all the items in those hoppers will carry down. So let me show you that here. I put 31 in there. So yeah, there are three hoppers still with items in them. You can see they all have the same number of items. 3 left in it, and now we hit that, and they have fed down now. So they have all the extra items in it. So yeah, it's nothing fancy or anything. And I have 2 separate modules. So in case I want to do like glass over here and iron over here or something like that, I can split them up. Or I can use them both for the same item. It just gives me some options. And yeah, I really like it. So yeah, nothing crazy going on here. Obviously, this is just a super smelter in my base. I do plan on building a proper super smelter in a future build, but that's going to be in a building on its own. So this is just sort of a smaller one in my base here. And yeah, the storage room. I don't quite know how I'm going to lay everything out here, and I know I could do this a lot more efficiently, like if I put these chests like this way, but I do want to get item frames that I can put to label the items on the chests, and I don't like having to avoid the item frames. Like I don't like if the boxes, you know, you can only see like one side of the box like this. If you can only see this part of the box, the item frame would take up most of this, and you got to kind of aim right on the edge to get around and avoid. I hate having to do that. So I want to have the item frames on one side so I can click willy-nilly on the other side. So yeah, that is that. I love it. There is a decent amount of space up above. Yeah, there's a decent amount of space up here. I don't think I'm really going to use this for anything, or at least I don't have any plans to use it for anything. I might come up with some sort of a build to put up here. My initial thought was to use this this sort of attic space as extra storage, and I may still do that if I need to, but I was able to get a lot more storage space in here than I actually expected to. So I don't know, maybe I'll use the top for bulk storage and I'll have to install some sort of a way up. I don't know. I might do that. I might not. Not really 100% sure at this point, but either way, I love the way this is coming together. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I like the way that this all looks. Might change things in the future, but for now, I love the way this looks. Yeah. So that's that. This actually took me a really long time. Yeah, so that is that, and that's how it's coming together, and I'm a big fan. I hope you guys are too. All right, and actually with that, I think that's going to be it for this episode here. I've got a lot of work to do between episodes here. None of the items in this storage area are actually sorted at this point. I just kind of threw into a bunch of chests and got everything laid out how I wanted it to, so now I actually have to go out and figure out what is going to be in each of these chests. Oh, I did figure out this is my shulker box chest, so that if I need a random shulker, I can grab an empty shulker out of there. So that got one down. 57 more, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. I know I have had a ton of fun with this episode here. We got that skeleton farm working, and it is working really good. I'm super happy with that, super pleased. I've got a ton of bones from that, and it's super easy to get more, so I'm really, really happy that we got into that project. And just behind us there, you can see our super smelter, which we'll use to turn a bunch of stone into a bunch of smooth stone for the sidewalks outside, and it's going to be amazing. Oh, I know I was planning on doing the build for the next building in this episode. We did not have time to get to that today, but that should definitely be coming in the next episode because I have the next 2 buildings planned out, I believe. So lots of work to do there, and lots more work coming in future videos. So hey, if you did enjoy the video, please subscribe and give it a like if you think it deserves a like, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.